Alright, let's go! Finally, 10 out of 10. This is going to be the pay to win showcase. So I'm going to show you APEP 16. And this is a pretty decent timing as well. So about an average of 150 is pretty good, especially since, you know, the win rate is a little bit safer this time around. So it's not going to be quite the same as the free-to-play lineup. Now, the main issue with the free-to-play lineup was that it was extremely heavy on your relic requirement. And on top of that, it was very heavy on your speed tuning as well. It was a masterpiece. But for the pay-to-win lineup that I'm going to show you today, it's going to be a lot easier to manipulate, it's going to be a lot easier for you to craft and put things together, and it's a slight variation from the free-to-play lineup. But obviously, it's going to be a lot more pay-to-win, so let's check it out. Now, the reason why the free-to-play lineup was so difficult is because of the lack of access to some of the really key aspects here. So for example, Abigail is extremely solid, I think, in this situation where Inferno type Espers are gonna be very important. And one of the main reasons why I tend to lose is because my Espers just die, and then when they start dying, it's a little bit hard for me to deal with the rest of APEP's HP. So it's always a juggle between managing a defense break and managing your survivability and, you know, just managing RNG altogether. So Abigail actually mitigates a little bit of that RNG. Plus, on top of that, she does provide a lot of buffs, a lot of essential defensive buffs, and of course, the lifesteal buff and the attack buff, which is really good for maintaining our sustainability here. And of course, R6 Clara, because why not, right? Let's just abuse the best version of Clara altogether. Okay, so here are the stats. I have not actually touched Sander, I think. I think he's still the same as with the previous showcase. So here's Joseph's stats, and here is Drew. Basically the same, I think. And of course, my Abigail here, who is on Ocean Wave so that she can channel her attack buffs and all that a little bit more frequently, which is a nice thing to have. And because of the cooldowns of her skills, it's not going to affect the runs too much, I think. And of course, here are the stats of Clara, and let's begin the showcase. Now, for some reason, I feel like the speed lead is actually better than the HP lead. With the HP lead, I tend to just fail more often for some reason, I'm not sure why. But let's just check out how this run works. So it's kind of straightforward, it's just very safe, right? It works the same as a free-to-play lineup. Basically the same, it's just that we are replacing Fabrice and Su Hua, right, with these other two Espers who kind of cover the same role, except that Clara obviously is a lot stronger with her triple healing. Can you see that? Triple healing plus her 2 turns of immunity, which is really quite decent, especially since sometimes we take multiple turns before APEP moves, for example. Yeah, so this is just like a one step up from the previous lineup, I think. In terms of survivability, mostly survivability, but in terms of DPS, it's the same, which is why our runtimes are pretty much the same as well. There you go, defense break, GG's. So yeah, we got stun and all that. Okay, we didn't remove the stun, but sometimes, you know, when we heal with our Clara, we're also going to be able to remove the stun. It's something... we failed to remove the stun again. It's something that the Fabrice comp was not able to manage, right? It was not able to manage the stuns at all. And as you can see here, our HPs are a little bit low, but the shield buff is going to protect us a lot. It's going to be a big deal in our survivability. So pretty hyped about this. It's been working really well for me, and I'm quite excited that I finally have a very stable APEP team. Very, very hyped. And yeah, I kind of take back whatever I said about Abigail in the past. Kind of. So I said that Abigail is not really that good in PvE content, right? She's more of like a PvP Esper. I'm gonna take that back a little bit just because of how APEP works right now. So previously, you did not need Abigail at all. You could run a very standard cleaving team and get it done in like 1 minute. Less than a minute, like 40 seconds. With like just 4 DPS Espers and maybe 1 Su Hua or an Alice or something like that. But anyway, how fast was this team? How fast was this run? 1 minute 44 seconds. So kind of like the average runtime for a typical setup like this. But I guess, you know, if the turn order was a little bit better, we would be able to land our defense break first and then start nuking, or maybe we are able to get rid of all the stuns that we had a little bit more efficiently, and it should work a little bit better for us as well. So let's take a look at this one more time before I end off the video, because I don't think there's anything else for me to add. I mean, I guess this is kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like the same thing, but I guess just to show you maybe a different perspective, let's say if RNG works differently this time around. But I think in most cases it's gonna be kind of like the same, or at least like the first 2 waves, it's gonna be the same. So Drew is gonna cleave the first 2 waves again, I think. Possibly. Nah, he kind of did, but it was a bit weird, right? It's a little bit different from the first run. So let's see, maybe we can land a defense break here. No, yeah, Sender is always gonna move first, my bad. Oh, this time around we didn't land defense break. Okay, never mind. Now we did. So I was actually quite excited to see what would happen if we failed to land the defense break, because that tends to happen. And if that happens, your free-to-play comp is kind of screwed. There is very little way for you to recover if you fail the defense break. But for a team with a lot more sustain, a lot more support, like this lineup right here, we wouldn't really need to worry too much about failing to land the defense break. Because, you know, at the end of the day, even if you lose an Esper, Abigail is just going to revive the Esper, and the Esper is just going to attack instantly because Abigail is fully skilled up. So the Esper is going to heal himself. So for example, if my Sender tends to be the first Esper who dies, right, for some reason, and he's just going to come back up, you know, maybe throw a S3 or S2 or something like that, that will be enough to heal him back to top, I think. Okay, maybe not top, yeah, 50%, but, you know, it is an extra layer of safetiness. So there you go, GG's, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nice, Abigail last hit, very nice. Yeah, so that's it. I think this round was a little bit slower, I think. Maybe like 1 minute 50 seconds. Or maybe my perspective of time is just skewed. No, it's even faster than the previous run, 1 minute 41 seconds. Okay, but anyway, that's it for this video, I guess. I just want to cover this pay-to-win comp. I will do another pay-to-win comp for Fafnir and Chronos. Actually, for Chronos, I'm struggling a little bit. I've been spending quite a lot of time thinking about how to build a team for Chronos without using Ollie, because I do not have an Ollie right here, which means that I do not have enough defense break options right now. It's a problem that I'm facing right now, but we'll see about it in the future. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you have any other questions, leave it down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, it really helps the channel, and subscribe for more dislike content. Now with that said, this has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.